The Arne Slot era has begun. The Dutch manager has taken over after the departure of legendary manager Jurgen Klopp. Yet despite the start of a new journey, Liverpool have signed no new players. The Reds tried to make a move for Zubamendi from Real Sociedad, but just like their previous attempts of signing a defensive midfielder in Tchouaméni, Caicedo, and Lavia, they were unable to acquire their target. From a complete overhaul of their midfield in the summer of 2023 to absolutely no movement this time around, Slot has to work with the existing players already at the club. The good thing is, Slot has a history of getting the most out of players with a small budget. He disrupted the hierarchy of Dutch football within 3 years despite having less money than Ajax and PSV. He has a hidden strategy that will make Liverpool unstoppable even without new faces. What benefits Slot is that the existing Liverpool team is pretty good. This isn't like when Klopp took over for Rodgers when significant rebuilding was necessary. Liverpool already have 4 players who are arguably the very best in their position in the league. Alisson is definitely the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. Fantastic shot stopper, good with his feet, he has been so clutch over the years. Besides maybe Courtois, I can't think of another better goalie. Van Dijk is the best center back in the world. Strength, speed, composure, good on the ball, he is the full package as a center back. Everyone saw what he can do in that Carabao Cup final. Trent is the best right back in the league. People will criticize his defending, but in my opinion, all fullbacks make mistakes defensively at times. Kyle Walker, who is known for being a terrific defender, has looked awful in certain matches, both for City and England.
Some of his defending over the years is shocking.
Trent, while at times can be beat a little too easily or get caught ball watching, makes it up with the fact that he is incredible at going forward. Truly, I think we can call him generational because his passing range and ability to create is not normal for a fullback. Trippier, for example, is good going forward, but he's nowhere near as good as Trent. Reece James isn't this good either, plus he is never healthy. Trent can create chances on his own with just one pass. One long through ball to Salah and you look back to see that he has carved out an entire defense with just that one single pass. Salah is the best right winger in the league. Saka is a close second, but he still hasn't done what Salah has done. Multiple golden boots, Playmaker of the Season award, PFA Players Player of the Year, Salah is a cheat code. 300 goal contributions in 350 games says it all. Even at times when Liverpool was struggling, this guy was getting goals and assists. The great thing is that not only are these guys just objectively good, but they fit perfectly into the way Slot wants to play. Slot likes to use a 4-2-3-1 as opposed to Klopp's traditional flat 4-3-3. His tactical approach draws heavily from the Dutch total football philosophy, emphasizing versatility where any player can comfortably play in any position. He typically plays with a double pivot in the midfield to help anchor and control the game. This is a great sign for Liverpool fans because at times, Klopp's system seemed a little too hectic. It was almost like watching a basketball game. Very entertaining for the neutrals, but maybe not the best approach at times when you want to get a result. Slot encourages wingers to cut inside close to the main striker, while fullbacks are urged to push forward and overlap, creating dynamic, high possession play higher up on the pitch. The football his Feyenoord teams were playing was exceptional. In fact, when he won the Eredivisie in 2023, experts praised his team as deserved champions. Now, he has even better players. Since he loves his wingers to cut inside, Salah's stats are gonna get even better. In Slot's system, wingers are more like inside forwards. They're encouraged to cut inside, be fast, be direct, be aggressive. Under Slot, right winger Yankuba Minte got 10 goals and 6 assists in all competitions. Now imagine Salah in those same positions. Slot loves wingers, so Diaz and Gakpo are great too. Diaz is pretty much the perfect Slot winger. He is fast, he's a good dribbler, he's aggressive, unlimited work rate, which is great for Slot's dynamic and high pressing system. The only thing that Diaz's game is missing is his output needs to improve. He is often wasteful in front of goal, but Slot is going to change that. Gakpo, as we have seen from his performances for the Dutch national team, is at his best as a left wing cutting inside. He is another player that will flourish from Slot's direct and aggressive playstyle. The fullbacks in Slot's system often invert in to provide another outlet for passing in the midfield, but then sometimes come out wide to make overlapping runs. Who better for Slot to have than Trent Alexander-Arnold? Given how much the Feyenoord fullbacks had freedom to come into the middle of the park, Slot should be able to unlock even more qualities out of the English fullback. That's the beauty of Trent. He provides you options for short passing, long passing, crossing. I haven't even begun to discuss the threat of set pieces. Trent is a true luxury player, and it's so nice that Slot has him at his disposal. Another key role in Slot's system is the center backs, expected not just to be a last line of defense, but also to bring the ball up. Slot's center backs are known for their ability to make progressive passes. His center backs at Feyenoord at one point were in the 95th percentile among Europe's top leagues. They're not only expected to make good short passes, but also to make long passes to switch the play and create attacks all the way from the back. This flexibility and directness is a style of play that a lot of the Liverpool players will already be comfortable with. Van Dijk, for example, is perfect for this. He's very comfortable on the ball, he can carry it forward or bang a long ball straight to the wingers. Konate is pretty comfortable on the ball as well. At striker, Slot can use Jota or Nunez. Slot likes his strikers to stay in central positions so they can constantly be an outlet either on the ground or in the air, so Jota fits his style more. The Portuguese is very good in the air despite his height and is a clinical finisher, which is exactly what Liverpool wants because their wingers will be creating so many chances, they just need a guy in the middle to put those chances away. Do not worry about Nunez though, because Slot is probably the best manager to get the best out of him. According to The Athletic, at Feyenoord, Santiago Jimenez was struggling. Unable to score goals and playing below his level, Slot created a program to help his development. A plan just designed for the Mexican striker. Well, that plan worked to perfection as Jimenez got back into form and started banging in goals for fun. Slot is a great man manager, so if there's ever been a guy to put a hand around Nunez and help him with his development and get him to be more consistent, it's going to be the bald Dutchman. Unlike Klopp, Slot plays with a center attacking mid, someone in that number 10 role, as opposed to Jurgen, who played a flat 4-3-3 with basically 2 8s in front of the sole pivot. With Slot's system, Szoboszlai is a great fit because he can play further up the pitch. That way his attacking qualities are better used, like what we saw him doing for Leipzig and the Hungary national team. He was good in Klopp's system in the beginning half of the 2024 season, but his form dropped off after his injury. I still think this position will be much better for Szoboszlai than the role that Klopp had him playing. In fact, both Szoboszlai and Harvey Elliott fit that number 10 role really well. Elliott specifically can play anywhere in the midfield or on the wing, so he's a great tool at Slot's disposal. Even McAllister can play in the number 10 role, but Slot I think will use him more as one of the two center mids in the double pivot, so he can help progress the ball, create chances, help with the build-up. Liverpool will still need to bring in a center defensive mid. They've tried for a few seasons now, but they haven't been able to get their target. I think Endo is a good player, but if he's your starting number 6, then I don't think the team is good enough to compete for a Premier League title. It's a super important component of Slot's system, so they have to invest wisely in that number 6 position. Probably why after they couldn't get Zubamendi, they didn't try for anyone else in the summer transfer window. As seen from Rice for Arsenal and Roger for City, a good defensive midfielder is a game changer. It's going to take some time for Slot to instill his philosophy and adapt to a new league. There's a combination of both senior and youth players whose egos and attitudes he'll have to manage. On top of this, he's going up against the juggernauts that are Manchester City and an Arsenal team that is deep in their project. The good thing though is that Slot did wonders for Feyenoord while working on a budget. His team already at Liverpool is a massive upgrade to what he had in the Netherlands. As long as Richard Hughes can get him the profiles that he requires, he will bring Liverpool success. He has big shoes to fill, but he knows exactly what he's doing. Slot having someone like Salah is a game changer for his system. In fact, Salah has been so good over the years that I think people have become numb to his greatness. To see how successful his stint at Liverpool has been, you have to check out this video right here.